Hello, online crew. Welcome to today's live where we're going to talk about 2026. And if you want 2026 to be different to 2025, like you want some better results, what do you need to do? There's something that you need to do to change your results. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So this is really important to sort of tune into and evaluate for yourself at the end of like a year before you go into the next year. Last year, I talked about a lot of business things and personal things that you need to do if you want to boost your business in 2026. This week, what I'm talking about is, kind of the results. So if you want a different result, what do you need sort of to do personally and in business as well? So this is what I'm going to concentrate on this week. Just a heads up, and you all need to do this. This is a really important live. So please listen to what I'm going to share with you today. And I've got some tips for you. Okay. I'm on the wrong Instagram channel. Crap. Okay. Hang on, everybody. If you're on Instagram, I've actually gone live on the wrong Instagram channel. So I'm going to hang up on Instagram. So if you've joined, hello. But I'm going to say goodbye on Instagram because I've got to put it on the right channel. See ya. Crap. This is what happens. I don't want that to post either. Man, I forget to do that. Have any of you got more than one Instagram channel? Probably not. Let's rectify that. I'm sorry. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. We're going live. I normally always remember to change it, but I didn't this morning. Hang on. How are we? So tell me in the comments if you're watching, do you want better results in your business? Like, are you a little bit disappointed in your 2025 results and you would really prefer to get better results in 2026? Like, is that you? Hang on. Let me know while I'm trying to bide myself some time here. You'll get the same results in, I'll have to go and delete that from my other channel in a minute, as M. 25. See, we're all human. And those of you that are too scared to go live because you're worried about not being perfect, look at what I've just done. I've gone live on the wrong Instagram channel. You guys are hanging out here with me on Facebook and YouTube while I rectify this on my phone. Like, it just doesn't matter. So like moving into 2026, let go of whatever fears you've got about being perfect, about going live, or, making it look like you know what you're doing. Even when you know when you do it, what you're doing, you make mistakes. Unless you do. Right. Let's start this again on the right Instagram channel. Okay. Oh, shit. I better get it in the right. So now okay. Hello, Instagram. I just went live on the wrong Instagram channel. So we're all good to go now. Okay. So what we're talking about today, and hello to all of those of you that have been sitting on Facebook and YouTube here. Hello, Christine. Hello, Debbie. You did the same thing. I'm not the only one. Went live on my business page instead of the team page. 100% yes. Good to see you guys here. Margot, yes, and that would be great. Okay, so if you want better results in 2026 than in 2025, then this is the video for you, because you absolutely can't get better results next year than what you had this year unless you do what I'm going to share with you in this video. Okay, before I do that, a couple of things. This week's videos are my last lives for this year. Okay, I'm just going to take a couple of weeks off going live here. I'll just turn up whenever I turn up. So my normal scheduled lives are just this week. Okay, so I'm going to take next week and the week after off. Coaching community members, we've got the live Q&A Zoom calls this week. So make sure you attend those. That's your opportunity to ask questions, about your business, what's going on for you, what do you need help with, what do you need support with. So don't miss those calls this week, okay? So if you want better results in 2026 than 2025, you have to do what I'm sharing with you in this video, which I'll get to what that is in a second. But I guarantee you, to get better results, and if you're in this industry of social selling and network marketing, etc., you're in this industry and you want better results, it's not anything that the company needs to do, okay? So don't wait for better products or a change in the comp plan or anything like that. To get better results, it's not anything external. It's all to do with you. Okay. If you want better results, it all comes down to you and what you're going to do. And we'll get to what that means in a minute. And I'll share with you, like what I shared with you last week. I just want to reiterate. Last month, I was the top the top enroller in my company in Australia and New Zealand because I've changed some strategies. I've shared that. Those of you in my coaching community, I shared all of that with you in the last couple of weeks. It's not a one-hit wonder. Last month, just because it was Black Friday, I've already had 17 new enrollments this month alone. So the strategies that I've changed and I'm using are working without a sale, without a Black Friday. Like the strategies I've changed and I'm using are working. Now, is that anything to do with the company? No, it's all to do with me. What I'm doing, my strategies, what I'm executing, it's all to do with what I've changed, okay? I guarantee you, if you want better results in 2026, it's not something that anybody else is changing or supporting you, or it's nothing external. It's all to do with you, okay? Does that make sense? So it's either something personally, it's either mindset or a mindset shift or having more discipline or being more consistent. It could be a lot of those things, but or it could be, learning how to do something better, whether it's reels or a strategy or closing strategies or something. Like it's something that you need to go and do, whether that's personal or whether that's business, like a strategy that you need to learn, etc. It also could come down to the things that you are not doing that you know you need to do, but you're avoiding, but you're not actually aware of it. So you can't change anything and do a better job next year than what you've done this year unless you get really tuned in with what did or didn't work this year, like a true evaluation. Do you get that? Like you can't move forward unless you evaluate where you are right now and where you've been. And most people don't do that. Okay, this is essential for you to have change in 2026, is to ask yourself these questions that I'm about to read out to you. So if you've got a pen, write them down and go through this exercise for yourself before you go into 2026. Why this is also important is most humans are actually running by their subconscious. There are things that you are avoiding that you're not even thinking about that you avoid. You just avoid them because it's buried in your subconscious. If you have fears, maybe you don't like the way you look, you don't like the way you speak, you're not confident, you have a lack of self-worth. Like they're things that are buried deep inside you. And because of that, you don't show up, you don't do lives, you don't talk, you don't show up in your stories enough. Like there's things that you're not doing because of deep rooted fears or inhibitions or, just things about yourself that hold you back. Would I be right? Put a number 1 in the comments if I'm right. Like you know that to be true about yourself. Now, the problem with that is you can't change anything that you're not very acutely aware of up here because you just do it anyway. Some of you are avoiding doing certain things in your business, but you're not consciously avoiding it. You're actually like you're doing the washing, the cooking, the cleaning, the shuffling of papers, the scrolling of the social media. You're doing all the things and you're avoiding doing what you know you need to do, but you're not literally saying to yourself, Scroll, Helen, to avoid doing that live video. You're just doing it anyway because deep down you're scared and you've got fears. Your subconscious runs that. And all of those things that you stop yourself doing and you avoid, that will absolutely run into 2026. It's going to be no different next year unless you create awareness around it and evaluate it. Make sense? So we want to bring it to the forefront and make you aware of it so you can actually make changes to change it and get better results in 2026. Because if you don't, you're going to have the same results in 2026 as you did in 2025. And if that's not what you want, that's just a complete waste of time, right? So we've got to bring to the surface the things that you know you're not doing well, the things that you're avoiding, the things that you're fearful, the things that you are running on autopilot. We've got to bring that to the surface and change it. Otherwise, next year ain't any different to this year. And I guarantee you, most of you are actually running on, well, it's just the way the human brain works. It's not most of you, it's all of you. There are things that we do without even thinking. You're avoiding things without even thinking that you're avoiding it. Okay? So here's the questions. Okay? 1, what actions did I take that were good in my business? Write them down. This is a written activity. This is not just listen to me. Like you don't have to do it right now, but write down these questions. And this is something that you need to spend time on. Okay. You need to bring to the like a high level of awareness of these things. So what are the actions that you took that you did well? So write them out. Like let's start with some positive. It's very easy to be negative on ourselves, right? Very easy. We're so quick to put ourselves down, tell ourselves what we're not good at. I can't do that. I'm not good looking enough. I'm not young enough. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm not that. I can't do, like we get compare-itis and we just talk all this smack to ourselves. Like we've got to get rid of that and start with some positive stuff. What are some things and some actions that you did this year that were really good? Okay, let's write those out first. And through that exercise, you'll recognize, and even some of those things you might have done scared, but you did them and you're proud of yourself. You got to do more of that in 2026. So we want to identify the good things, the good actions that you took, and do more of those. Okay. So the first question, what actions did I take that worked well? Start with the positive. Second question, what actions didn't I take that I should have? What actions didn't you take that you should have? Should have gone live more often, should have showed up in my stories more, should have been more consistent, should have let my walls down a little bit more. What is it that you know that you should have done more of that you didn't do? Okay, you've got to look that in the face of what it is, reality, and write it down. Okay, this is not to be judgmental, critical, or put yourself down. This is just an evaluation of what is. Okay, so that's the second thing. What did you do that you know you should have done, but you didn't do that you know you need to do to grow your business? Okay, so that's number 2. Number 3, what didn't I achieve this year that I wanted to? Write it out. What didn't you achieve? So was it a rank advancement? Was it just an increase in customers? You wanted 5 new customers? You wanted 5 new team members? What was it that you wanted that you didn't actually achieve that are probably still on the list to achieve in 2026, right? Like I'm sure there's goals that maybe you didn't hit, but there's still a goal that you want to achieve in 2026. But unless we change some certain things, you won't get into those goals. So let's bring to the forefront what it is that you actually want. What is it that you actually want to achieve? You need to have that in front of you. Like it needs to be something that you're working towards. Okay. And then so that was 3. Number 4, what were the reasons for that? What were the reasons for that? And I want you to look at that objectively, not emotionally. So we're not writing things down like, you know, I'm not good looking enough. That's why you didn't go live. It's like, you know, what were the reasons for that? It's like, I don't have enough self-confidence. That's the reason. The reason is that you're not good looking enough type thing, or you don't feel confident. Like, it's that you don't feel confident in front of the camera. Maybe that's the reason. Like, you've got to bring to the surface level the things that you are fearing, the things that you're avoiding. Because if you don't, and you don't do anything about them, 2026 is going to be a repeat of 2025, because you're not really looking in the face of your fears. Okay. And the last question is, so what can you do about that differently in 2026? What can you do differently to get to overcome that fear, to deal with the issue at hand? Like, you need to think about that, because again, you'll just default to your natural fears, your natural inhibitions, your natural worries, stresses, and 2026 will be exactly the same, because that's your subconscious. It runs you. You'll keep doing the dishes, the washing, the shuffling of papers, instead of going live or doing what you need to do for your business, because it's deep inside you. We've got to bring that out and raise your level of awareness of the things that are holding you back, so you can do something about it differently in 2026. Okay, so what is it that you need to do? So what is it that you want to do differently? I'm going to show up anyway. Or I need to do some more personal development work on my confidence or my self-worth. Like, work out specifically, what is it that you're going to do differently to overcome the fears that you recognized while you're going through this exercise. Okay? Am I making sense so far? Put the number 2 down below if I'm making sense. I hope you've written down these questions. So here's what I recommend you do. Here's the 5 things that I recommend, like what you do with this. 1, set some time aside to write down these 5 questions and sit with it. Sit with it for an hour, longer if you need to. Really think and dive deep into these questions and make it meaningful. Don't just kind of, oh yeah, have a think about it and then get on with your day. Sit with it and spend some time on it. Like, if you've got some downtime over Christmas, sit with these questions and give yourself the time and space and energy to dissect these questions, the answers to these questions. Like, actually go deep. Okay, don't do surface level stuff. Surface level stuff is not going to deal with your deep-seated fears in your subconscious to build a better business. Okay, you need to sit with this and spend time with it. That's number 1. Number 2, you have to evaluate objectively, not emotionally. Not, I'm not a good person, or I'm really, I can't do this, or I'm not good enough, or like, you go into that deep emotion and feel sorry for yourself. That ain't going to cut it. So you have to do this exercise with, being really objective and, straightforward thinking. No emotion. Where there's no tears here. There's no, not that there's anything wrong with that. Don't take that the wrong way. But I just want you to get out of the emotion of thinking about these things and really think of it at, like, we're doing a proper evaluation here without the emotion. Okay. Emotion doesn't serve you. Emotion doesn't, when you're in the thick of emotion, you don't say the right things. When you're in the thick of emotion, you don't do the right things. When you're in the thick of emotion, have you ever had an argument with somebody and you've said something and it's like, oh, I really wish I didn't say that? It's because you said something in the heat of the moment. Like, or somebody sends you a message and you get really wound up and you shoot back a reply, and then you're like, oh, I can't take that back. Like, you should never say or do things in the heat of an emotion. You should take a deep breath and go, okay, I need to sit on this for an hour or 24 hours before I respond. And I guarantee you, your response to something you get really heated about will always be different 24 hours later than in the moment. Okay, so you're doing this exercise without emotion. You're evaluating effectively, okay, without the emotion. So that's number 2. Number 3, you need to write. You need to get out a notebook and pen, paper, whatever. These questions, these 5 questions I gave you, you need to write them out and write your answers. You will get freedom in getting things out of your head and onto paper. You'll get answers you didn't even know needed to be, brought to the surface. You'll find your answers in writing. Don't just think about these questions and think about the answers, write them down. There is a very good reason why journaling is a really good thing to do. There is a very good reason why, multiple millionaires and billionaires write. Okay? You got to get it out of your head and onto paper. It's very freeing, and you'll find a lot of answers that you can't get out in your own head just by thinking about things. Get it down on paper. So that's number 3. Number 4, get really, really specific about what it is that you need to change. Wishy-washy statements, I need to become more confident. What the hell does that even mean? So if you're lacking confidence or you're lacking self-worth, what are the actions that you're going to take to get there? So you need to be really specific about what it is you need to do, not just a broad statement about, I need to be more confident and come in front of the camera. What does that mean? How do you do that? You get specific about what it is that you need to do so you can go and do it, and you're accountable to whether you did it or you didn't. Okay? So being really specific is number 4. Crystal clear about what it is that you need to go and action. The power of a better 2026 than 2025 is in your actions, not your thoughts about what you need to go and do. It's about what you actually go and do. Okay? The last one is, okay, you've identified it. You've even got specific actions. Now you need to plan it. Number 5 is the when. When are you going to do this? So this could be, let's say confidence. One of the reasons why you don't do the things you need to do in your business is maybe you're not confident. So what does that look like for you? What do you need to do? Maybe you don't like the way that you look. Maybe you want to even lose weight or something like that. So what does that look like? What specifically are you going to do to tackle that? And then number 5 is when and how, and make yourself accountable to it. Don't just think these things. Thinking just leads to overwhelm, which leads to inaction, which leads to a shitty business and a shitty life. Sorry, just going to call it like it is. Your freedom is in the doing. But before you can go and do anything, you need to go and evaluate for these 5 questions. This evaluation will bring to the surface what it is that you're fearing that's holding you back, that didn't bring you the 2025 results that you wanted. Unless you do this, I guarantee you 2026 is going to be a carbon copy of 2025. And do you want that? If that's not what you want, it's not in your company. It's not in new products. It's not in new launches. It's in you. You are the one that goes and makes it happen. What is it that you need to change? What actions do you need to take? What is it that you need to go and do specifically to become the person you know you need to become to get better results in your business? It all lies with you. It's not even, oh, my family don't support me in my business. I don't get any love in the home. My husband doesn't get it. My wife doesn't get it. My kids don't get it. I feel alone. You can't change external things. You can't change other people. You can't change whether you get supported or not. You can't change things that are external to you. The only thing you can control is you, your mind, your actions, and it all starts with your thoughts. Get in the right mindset, be positive, change things, work out what it is that you need to do specifically, and then freaking go and do it. Don't think about doing it, go and do it. Okay? So those 5 questions, please do yourself a favor. Sit with them. Allow yourself a minimum of an hour to just sit and think. Get rid of the overwhelm and really analyze, did I do everything that I could have? What is it that's holding me back? What did I do well, but what didn't I do well that I know I should have done and I know I'm avoiding? Like, sit with that, work it out, then work out strategies around it and go and do it and stop thinking about it. Overwhelm is where most people sit, and it's the most ineffective thing that you can do. Most of you probably think about content, think about messaging people, think about what you want to do with your business. You're probably thinking about your business all the time. But how many sales did you have last month? How many team members did you recruit? If it's not the results that you want, it's what you need to change, but you can't change anything you're not aware of. And that's why you need to go and do this exercise. You can't have an amazing 2026 unless you truly evaluate where you're at now and the year that was. When you get a good insight and think objectively, about being realistic about what was and what is, then you can make some changes to plan for the next year. But you can't, this is what everyone does. They make goals for 2026. Yeah, I want to do this rank and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. But you can't achieve that unless you evaluate where you've been and where you are. Okay? Am I making sense? Okay, positive vibes all the way around. Put a number 3 if this all makes sense, and you're going to go and do it. You're going to spend some time on this. It's one of the best activities that you could do at the end of a year is truly evaluate with the questions that I've given you. Okay, I hope I see lots of 3s. A lot of you should be doing this activity. Just give yourself the time, the space, and the energy, on this particular activity. It will serve you well. Okay, you can't change anything you're not aware of. So if you don't spend the time and energy creating that awareness and really looking it in the face, then 2026 won't change. Okay. I hope this is helpful. Please also join me in my other video this week, which is not tomorrow, the next time, same channels, same Instagram channel. For those of you that joined late, I was live on the wrong Instagram channel before, because I've got more to say about this, about some certain things that you can be doing on how to manage Christmas and New Year's with keeping your business ticking over while you want some downtime and giving yourself to your family as well. Like, how do we balance building our business and doing all the family things, and we keep our business ticking along without dropping the ball, but we also have downtime and give ourselves the rest that we deserve as well. So that's what my next video is about. So tune in, and that'll be my last live video for this year. So join me, not tomorrow, but the next day live, so I can wish you all a very merry, happy Christmas. You know what I'm trying to say. And a happy new year as well. So I'll see you live in a couple of days' time. I hope this was helpful and you take it seriously and you go and do the action. Okay. See you on my next live. Bye.